Hi, my name's Sam. Welcome to your Yogalates video today. Today's sequence is going to be focusing on a mixture of both yoga and Pilates. So we're going to get the limbs nice and mobile and opened up in our yoga sequence. And then we're also going to be firing up all the little stabilizer muscles and deep core muscles in the Pilates part of the class. So a mixture of both. I really love it. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it too. So we're going to start lying down. Make your way onto your back. And then just begin by bringing your knees together and walking your feet as wide as the mat. So finding a nice length in the lower back. Bring your hands to just rest on the belly maybe, or by the sides of the body. And close your eyes and just take a few moments before we begin to move to just arrive on your mat today. Maybe taking a few deep belly breaths, filling the belly, the lungs and the chest. And exhaling through the mouth. And then in your own time, begin to transition to breathing in and out through the nose. Taking just a few moments before we begin to move to just notice how your body's feeling today. Gradually beginning to lengthen and smooth the breath out. And trying to keep this connection to your body through your breath as we begin to move throughout our class today. Slowly now, just gently draw the knees apart and then hug both knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little bit of a hug, maybe a few small circles on the lower back. And we're going to move into a Pilates bridge. So you're going to bring your feet down to the mat. In a Pilates bridge, rather than touching the heels with the fingertips, you want to walk your heels slightly further away from your fingertips. Bring your arms by the sides of the body and gaze is where the wall meets the ceiling in front of you. Close your eyes. Before we bridge, we'll just take a few pelvic tilts to bring a nice lengthening to the lower back and engagement of your deep lower abdominals. So as you breathe out, you're going to press your lower back towards the mat, wrapping your rib cage down towards your hips. As you breathe in, slowly roll onto the tailbone, lifting your lower back away from the mat. Do that a few times. Every time you breathe out, you're drawing your abdomen down and wrapping your rib cage down towards your hips. Every time you breathe in, you're just tilting onto the tailbone. So starting to feel an engagement of the lower abdominals, a nice lengthening of the lower back. And on your next exhale, progressing into bridge, you're going to start to tilt your hip bones up towards your face, really scooping those abdominals as you lift the hips up. Peeling the lower back, the middle back and the upper back off the mat so that at the top of your bridge, your knees, hips and shoulders are in one long line. So keep the rib cage wrapped in, taking a breath into the sides and the backs of the ribs. And then exhale, starting to soften through the throat as you bring your upper back, your middle back and your lower back all the way down. Taking a breath into the sides and the backs of the ribs as your spine hits the mat and then scooping through your abdominals as you slowly roll the hips up again. So just keep doing that a couple of times. You're moving on your exhale and you're pausing at the top and the bottom of your bridge on your inhale breath. Your shoulders are away from your ears, your arms are pressing down towards the mat. And at the top of your bridge, it's as if you're standing in one long line. So your chest isn't lifting up too high. All right, last few movements like this. Hopefully starting to feel it a little bit in the glutes, so you're really grounding down through the heels, the big toes and the little toes of the feet. And then the next time you come up, you're going to hold your bridge, keeping the rib cage knitted in. You're going to press down with your right foot and lift your left foot up to tabletop, try not to move the hips. Then slowly press the left foot back down and do the same with the right foot. So the only thing that's moving, so just keep going like that, is that one leg. And you're moving from the hip, not the knee. So the rib cage is staying nice and knitted down. The hips are staying stable and you're moving as slow as you can, trying not to drop either hip. Your chin is slightly away from your chest. Your gaze is to where the wall meets the ceiling. Remember, you can just go back to bridging any time, or maybe just hold your bridge if this becomes a little much. Keep those lower abdominals in. Keep lifting up and down. You've got another 5, You've got another 4, keeping those hips as stable as you can, really grounding down with the heel of the foot that's on the mat. For 3, for 2, make that your last one, and slowly, don't rush it, let the upper back, middle back and lower back come all the way back down. Just take a moment, bring your knees together, walk your feet apart again. And then when you're ready, draw both knees in towards your chest, interlace your hands around your shins. Maybe give a little rock and roll from side to side. And then we're going to roll backwards and forwards just to start to fire up those abdominals. So bring your hands behind your thighs, slowly press your legs away, roll yourself up, see if you can balance on your sit bones, bring the feet down if you need to. And then slowly roll all the way down, lifting the sit bones, and then coming all the way up. So do this a couple of times. Lifting the sit bones up towards the ceiling, keeping the gaze between the thighs the whole time. Try not to flick the feet too far away from the bum. Pointing those toes, rounding the spine. You've got another 3. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. For 2. Come up and stay up. Point the toes, squeeze the heels towards the bum as much as you can. Round, really draw those abdominals in and up. For 5, squeezing into a tight ball. For 4, gaze between thighs or at belly. For 3, armpits down, squeeze your heels closer, reach your fingers further away. And slowly cross the ankles, well done. Find your tabletop. Make your way onto your hands and your knees, spreading your fingers nice and wide. Knees under hips and taking a few cat-cows. Starting with your cow pose, tilting the sit bones up towards the ceiling. Slowly, slowly peeling that front body open. Gaze goes up last. Big breath in your cow pose, and then exhale, reversing it, starting to squeeze the sit bones together, really drawing the abdominals in and up. Grounding down with the palms and looking towards the belly button. Again, maybe closing the eyes, starting to move vertebrae by vertebrae, tilting the tailbone, keeping that slight engagement of the abdominals as the chest opens, and then breathing out, squeezing the sit bones as you draw the abdomen in and up. Nice stretch of the back body. Just starting to bring a bit of mobility into the spine, awareness of moving with the breath. Make that your last one. And then make your way into a tabletop spine, drawing your abdomen in and drawing your front ribs away from the mat. Start to lengthen your left hand and your right toes out long as you inhale. Float them up as you exhale. Press down more with the right hand and grow longer in the limbs, breathing in. Slowly hands and knee back down as you breathe out. Keep going. Right hand and left toes lengthen, inhaling. Floating up, exhaling. Press down with the left hand, lengthen, and slowly hand and knee back down. A few more. Just keep going super slowly. Nice and controlled movement here. Don't skip that extra bit of lengthening with the limbs lifted. Finding that engagement of the muscles across the back of the body. You've got another couple of moments here. Really breathing in and out. We're going to change this up now. So wherever you are, take your left hand and right toes out long, breathing in. Lift them up as you breathe out. Breathe a little longer, lengthen. This time as you breathe out, left arm out to the side, right leg out to the side. Inhale back through center, hand and knee back down. Switch sides. Right arm, left leg, lengthen, breathe in. Float up, breathe out. Lengthen, inhale, leg out to the side, arm out to the side, exhale. Inhale back through center, exhale back down. Find a child's pose, take your knees wide, bring your big toes to touch, and rest your forehead on the mat. Well done, guys. Take a few breaths here, staying with that breath. Big breath into the back of the lungs as you inhale, sinking your hips towards your heels as you exhale. Slowing that breath back down, finding that nice opening in the back of the body. Then we'll move into a side stretch, so slowly hovering your forehead off the mat, walking your hands and upper body over towards the left, taking a nice stretch in the right side of the body. Big breath into the right rib cage and then pressing the right hand down to bring the right hip closer to the right heel. Few more breaths, really using the breath to open up the right side of the body here. before coming back through center and taking it to the other side. Big breath in into the left side of the body. Breathing out, really pressing the palms down, bringing the left hip closer to the left heel. And then coming back through center, and when you're ready, finding your downward dog, tucking the toes, shifting the hips up and back, starting to pedal out through the legs. Make any little movements here that feel good to stretch open the back of the body. As usual, get the gaze between the thighs or up at the belly button. Any movements that feel good. And then start to walk your hands and feet towards each other. Feet are hip width apart, bring your bend into the knees, take the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades together as you bring the arms over the head. Take the gaze again between the thighs, nice bend in the knees so the belly and thighs are nice in place. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and draw your abdomen in and up. Squeezing the thighs for 3, head is nice and heavy. For 2, squeeze those shoulder blades. And then release the arms down by the legs with a bend in the knees. Look at your abdomen and root down through the heels of your feet. Arms are heavy. Really draw the abdomen in and up as you stack your spine up to stand. Super slow. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Squeezing the legs. Head comes up last. Broadening the shoulder blades down the back. Palms face forward. Eyes are closed. Take a deep breath in here, lifting up through the crown of the head. Exhale, really grounding those feet into the mat. Taking your gaze down and opening the eyes and making your way to the front of your mat. Taking the feet hip width apart, spreading out the toes, grounding them nice and wide on the mat. Finding that grounding in the big toe, little toe and heel, and that lift in the inner arch of the foot. Bringing the hands to the heart, lifting the chest bone up to the thumbs and gently pressing the thumbs into the chest bone. Find a point of focus with your gaze. And on your next inhale, release the arms, squeeze the legs, stretch the arms up, take the gaze with you. Big breath. Exhale, soft bend in the knees, hinge from the hips to fold. Lift and look halfway as you inhale, roll the shoulders back. Forward fold as you exhale, hands ground down, find your plank pose. Squeeze your legs, option to drop your knees to the mat in your plank. We're holding this for 5, squeeze the glutes. For 4, lengthen through the heels and the crown of the head. For 3, press the hands into the mat a little more. For 2, shift forward right onto your tiptoes, knees down if you need to, lower all the way to the mat, hugging the elbows in and back, lowering down in one long line. Untuck your toes here, press down with the tops of the feet and the pubic bone. Take your hands behind you, palms face down. Press down with the palms, press down with the pubic bone. As you breathe in, keep the hands on the mat and lift the upper body. Breathing in, lifting the belly up to the heart. For 3, maybe walk the fingertips back a little more. For 2, roll the armpits down, lift up through the chest, and slowly come all the way down. Now bend the elbows so the hands are underneath the shoulders. Moving into Cobra, hug the elbows in, draw the abdomen in, pull the hands towards you, come up Cobra pose and hold it. For 5, keep drawing the armpits down and the elbows in. For 4, almost drawing the mat towards you with your hands. For 3, feeling those upper back muscles. For 2, slowly come down, tuck the toes, knees or no knees. Press either to child's pose or press back up in one long line and take it to downward dog. You're here for 3 breaths. Inhale, keep lifting the sit bones up and back. Exhale, keep pressing your thighs back. From here, inhale, floating your right leg up towards the sky, bending the knee in the air, right hip steps over left hip, gaze is under left armpit. Keep the abdomen drawing in, keep the back heel rooting low. Then look between your hands, come high on the back tiptoe, step your right foot in between your hands, keep your back knee off your mat, hug your legs in, draw your abdominals in and find your high lunge, coming all the way up, hugging the legs in, engaging the glutes, stretching your arms up in line with your ears, keeping the rib cage knitted in, and then finding your cactus arms. Draw the elbows apart and lift the chest as you breathe in, squeeze your legs and twist to the right as you breathe out. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, twist to the right again. Inhale, squeeze the legs back through center. Exhale, twist to the right and stay. Extend the arms out long. Option to bring the back hand to the back leg. Reach the top palm up and over for 3. Bend deeper into the front knee. For 2, draw your back toes and front heel towards each other. Don't disturb the legs. Come back through center. Arms in line with the ears. Palms face forward. Sweep the arms behind you. Reach the little fingers long. Lean over the front leg. Abdominals are engaged. Float the back leg off the mat. You're here for 5. Squeezing the legs. Pressing out with that back heel for 4. Make those little fingers longer. Crown of head longer for 2. Bend the front knee, slam those back toes with control. Sweep the arms up in line with the ears. Straighten the front leg, hands to heart. Finding Skandasana on the back leg. So bend into the left knee. Left toes are out 45 degrees. Coming all the way down, maybe hands to mat. Looking at your straight leg big toes. And then go the other way. So nice, opening up at the hips now. Moving in your own pace, keeping the tailbone down. For another 5, chest is lifted, so try not to look down. For 4, nice and slowly. For 3, for 2. Make your way back to the right leg, the front leg. You're going to find lizard pose, so walking, so both sets of hands and toes face the front of your mat. Front foot maybe a little more to the right, squeezing the legs. Staying here for 5 breaths, maybe coming down to the left forearm and the right forearm. Staying where you are in your lizard for another 5, for another 4, last 3, 2. Meeting now up on the palms if you're on the forearms, back knee is lifted if it's down. Roll onto the little toe side of your back foot, toe heel your front foot halfway down the mat for your modified side plank. Ground down with the left hand, lift the right hand up. Really wrap that bottom armpit down, shoulder is stable. Lift the bottom waist, lengthen the tailbone. Either stay here or if you want an extra challenge, dip the hips down an inch, take your top hand behind you. Exhale, make a rainbow with the waist, lifting up that bottom waist, looking towards your bottom hand. Inhale, lowering down, stay safe in that bottom shoulder. Exhale, really squeezing that bottom waist to lift and stretch up and over. 2 more, coming down and lifting up. Last one, inhale down, exhale, lift all the way up. Right hand comes all the way down. Option 1, down dog. Option 2, straight to plank. Holding your plank. If you're in down dog, welcome to join us in plank on your inhale as we shift onto our tiptoes. This time, option to lower down halfway or maybe all the way again. Roll through to cobra, upward dog, full inhale. Find your downward dog as you exhale. 2 to 3 full breaths. Inhale, gaze between the thighs, keeping the abdomen drawn in. Exhale, keep pressing the thighs away from the face as you ground down with those palms. Second side. Inhale, left leg floats up to sky, bend the knee in the air, stack the left hip over the right hip, gaze is under right armpit. Then look between the hands, abdomen's engaged, come high on the back tiptoes, left foot steps between the hands, hugging the legs in, finding your high lunge. Hands can come via hips, in line with the ears when you're ready. Really squeeze the glutes, keep the rib cage knitted in, and a nice deep bend in that front knee. Find your cactus arms, elbows apart, lift the chest, inhale, twist to the left, exhale. Inhale, travel through center, exhale, twist to the left again. Last one, inhale through center, twist to the left again, staying here, straightening the arms out. Option for back hand to find back thigh, reaching top hand up and over for 3. Keep the legs still, come back through center as you breathe in, palms face forward, sweep the arms behind you as you reach the crown of the head forward. Find your warrior 3. Toes of the back foot face the mat, really grounding down through that standing foot. You're here for 3. Reach out more through the little fingers, keep the abdomen in for 2. Slowly re-lounge your high lunge with control. Arms up in line with the ears, bring the hands to the heart, find your Skandasana. On your back leg, on your right leg. Again, hands can stay to heart, maybe moving side to side.
bit more ninja style, or bring the hands down if you need that bit of support. Moving nice and slowly for 3, for 2, and then making your way to lizard on your left-hand side, or gecko pose. Hands are under shoulders, left foot is out to the side. Whatever version feels good. Again, maybe back knee down or lifted. Maybe finding the forearms or just staying up on the palms. Keep the armpits wrapped down so that the shoulders are stabilized. You're here for another 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, meeting in lizard on our hands if you're on the forearms. Lifting that back knee up if it's down. Modified side plank, right hand side. Roll onto the little toe side. Toe heel that front foot halfway down. Right hand grounds down. Left hand lifts high. Either staying here, really wrapping that bottom armpit down. Or to progress, dip the hips slightly. Top hand reaches to back foot. Exhale, lift, really reach that top hand up and over. Slow and controlled, dip it down. Exhale, lift up with that bottom waist up and over. Keep going, 3 more, inhale down. Exhale, up and over. 2 more, nice and smooth. Keep that bottom shoulder safe, armpit is down, up and over. This is your last one, dipping down. This time all the way up and over. Left hand windmills down. Option 1, down dog. Option 2, straight to plank. Staying in your plank, shifting forward, lowering all the way to the mat. We'll all meet on our belly. Well done. Stretch the legs out long. Give yourself a moment, maybe rest the head in the hands. Wiggle the hips a little bit side to side. All right, so we're going to work a little bit more on our upper back now. Great for our posture. So lengthening the legs out long and bringing the hands by the sides of the body, as if you were going to do a cobra. So elbows are hugged in, abdomen's in, draw your hands towards you and coming up here. So we're not trying to open the chest here, more Pilates. You're thinking more of lengthening the spine. So you're drawing the hands towards you and your gaze is probably just in front of the mat, no higher. You're then going to keep your right hand on the mat, lengthen your left arm out in line with your left ear. Keep it there and draw your right hand towards you to lower all the way back down. Bring both hands back under the shoulders. Breathing in, abdomen in, lifting up, lengthening, elbows are in. Left hand stays where it is. Try not to change anything in the body. Right hand lengthens in line with right ear. Draw your left hand towards you to lower all the way down. So keep going like that. Coming up with both hands, nice and centrally. Reaching out the left hand, drawing with your right hand to bring you back down. So you should feel this in the shoulder or the upper back of the hand that's staying on the mat. If you find that when you lift one hand up, you're lowering down a lot, then try not to come up so high. That's a sign that you're pressing a little bit too much rather than your back working for you. Keep that pubic bone pressing down so that the lower back stays nice and safe. Slowly come up centrally now wherever you are. Breathing here and hovering the hands for 5. Reach the heart forward, hug the elbows in and back for 4. Start to stretch the arms behind you, palms face down. For 3, thumbs turn up, heart reaches forward for 2. Bend the elbows, bring the hands back under the shoulders and lower all the way down. Well done. Maybe wiggle a bit side to side and then find a child's pose. Press yourself back. Resting your forehead on the mat, maybe rocking a bit side to side. Finding just a nice stretch here for the back of the body. And then walking your hands under your shoulders, looking at your abdomen, rolling yourself up and coming to find a seated position. I'm just going to do a little core section. So find a seated position towards the middle of your mat. Legs are out in front of you, holding the backs of the thighs. Pulling on the thighs to find that nice lift in the chest, wrapping in of the ribs. And then bring your arms out in front of you, grow tall. And exhale, starting to scoop from the sit bone. So really draw the abdomens in and up and roll down about halfway. And then inhale, come all the way back up. So if that was a little bit of a challenge, you keep the hands behind the thighs as you roll down, take the gaze with you, and then inhale, rolling back up, or keeping the arms out if it feels okay. Scooping, really trying to turn the hip bones up to the face and coming all the way back up. Couple more. Really try and relax your thighs here. So if your thighs are starting to kick in, those hip flexors, try and bring it more just into those abdominals. Come down now to a point where you can hold it. Look at your left hand, reach your left hand out to the side, take the gaze with you, and exhale, bring it back. Right hand out to the side, inhale, exhale, bring it back, and inhale, roll all the way up. Armpits down, nice long spine, and we go again. Exhale, relaxing the thighs, really scooping those abdominals in and up. Left arm out to the side, inhale, take it back through center, exhale. Right arm out to the side, breathing in, come back through center, hold it for 5, maybe come down a little lower, for 4, abdomen in, for 3, a little lower, for 2, a little lower, and 1, come all the way down, stretch the legs and the arms out. Before bending the knees, I'm bringing the feet flat on the floor, arms back down by the sides of the body. We're back in our starting bridge position, but we're going to do a little bit more abdominals rather than bridging from here. So maybe just a few of those pelvic tilts, pressing the lower back down and lifting it up. Breathing out as you wrap the rib cage down and the lower back presses down. And then either keeping the lower back imprinted on the mat, if you're a little weaker in the lower abdominals, I'd suggest that. Or finding your neutral spine, so you're pressing your lower back down, you're lifting it up and away, and then you're stopping in the middle of those 2 points, neutral spine. So once those lower abdominals are engaged, you're going to lift your right leg up to tabletop and slowly place it back down. Left leg lifts up, breathe in, slowly place it back down. Do that a couple of times, really keeping those lower abdominals nice and engaged. If you feel any sensitivity in the lower back or doming of the abdominals, you're going to come back to this option. Otherwise, float one leg up to tabletop and float the other leg up to tabletop. Slowly take your hands to the backs of your thighs. Pull on your thighs to lift your head and chest, looking between the thighs. Bring your left hand to the inside of your right knee and your right hand to the outside of the right shin. Lengthen the left leg away. Draw those abdominals down. Press with the palms, so try not to grip with the fingers. Press with the palms. Feel those upper back muscles engage. And then exhale, switch. Pause on your inhale, switch on your exhale. Gaze is to your straight leg, big toe. Abdominals are down, legs are long. You've got 10. If this is a little easy and you want to make it more challenging, take your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers. For 8, make sure that waist is down, the lower back is down, and you're in your neutral spine. For 6, really draw that bent knee in towards your face as you lengthen the toes out long on the opposite leg. For 3, I have no idea what's gone on with my counting, but it feels like we've been doing this for a little while. For 2, and 1. Slowly draw both knees in. Just give yourself a rest for a couple of moments. One last abdominal exercise. Feet are down, hands are behind the head, fingers are interlaced. Find that imprint with the lower back or your neutral spine. And then on your exhale, lift your head and chest, look between your thighs. Make sure that abdomen is down and you're pressing your head into your hands, activating those deep neck flexors. Exhale, right armpit lifts towards left knee reaches to right armpit. Inhale, back through center. Switch, armpit towards opposite knee on your exhale. Inhale, back through center. You're either going to continue with this, one knee and elbow lifting towards each other, or to progress, come back through center, lift one leg up to tabletop, other leg up to tabletop, crisscross. Exhale, right armpit, left knee, extend the right leg out long. Inhale, center. Opposite armpit, opposite knee. Inhale, center. You're moving as slow as you can. You're lifting the armpit to the knee and the knee is lifting to the armpit. You're maybe pausing for a moment in that extended position. The less repetitions, the better. You've got another 5. Doing this and talking at the same time, it's quite challenging. You've got another 3. Keep breathing. Take that exhale through the mouth if you need it. You've got another 2. 1 more each side. Right armpit, left knee, and to center. Left armpit, right knee, and come all the way down. Oh my goodness. Take your hands to the backs of your thighs, roll yourself up, and find a few cat-cows. Well done, guys. Ooh, taking a nice breath in, stretching out that front body, and breathing out, rounding the spine in that back body. Use this just for a few moments to slow that breath and heart rate back down. Nice smooth inhales and exhales, maybe rolling through the shoulders, the hips, finding that nice rolling through the sides of the body for 3. Or staying with that cat-cow for 2. Last little bit to go, guys. Re-find your downward dog. Take a few moments, pedal out those legs. Take a deep breath in through the nose, fill the lungs. Exhale through the mouth. Again, inhale, fill the lungs with the breath. Exhaling. Inhale, right leg floats up to sky. Bend the knee in the air, right hip over left hip. Gaze under left armpit. Look between the hands, come high on the tiptoes, right foot steps between the hands. Spin the back foot down, find your warrior 2 legs. Hug the legs, draw the abdomen in, left arm up, right arm up, finding your warrior 2. Squeezing the legs slightly towards each other, softening the shoulders away from the ears. Flip the front palm, find your reverse warrior. Go all the way up and back. Option 1, back hand on back leg. Option 2, back hand to belly. Bend deeper into the front knee, lift up through that top hand. And then slowly pass through center. Front forearm to front thigh, top palm reaches up and over. Option 1, stay here. Option 2, front hand to belly. Inhale through center, reverse it, hand to back thigh or belly. Come through center, inhaling, exhale, find that extended side angle. Keep moving like this. Your legs are still and stable. Your upper body is long and light. For another 3, keep breathing, keep moving. For another 2, windmill both hands inside of your front foot. Come to lizard on your right hand side. Stay in lizard, make any movements that feel good here. You've got another 5. Keep those armpits wrapping down, shoulders are stable for 3. Last 2. Refine that modified side plank, left hand side. Option 1, modified exactly as you are. Option 2, staggered your side plank, front foot in front of back foot. Option 3, stack your side plank, lift that bottom hip, wrap that bottom armpit down, lower the hips down 1 inch, top hand 2 feet behind you. Exhale, lift up and over, gaze to bottom hand, just 2 more. Lengthen the tailbone towards the heels, move slow. Exhale, lift that bottom hip, reach that top hand up and over. Last 1, inhale, lower down. Exhale, hold it for 3. Lift the hips wherever you are. For 2, lengthen the tailbone. Option 1, down dog. Option 2, straight to your plank. If you're in plank, lowering down halfway or all the way, coming through to cobra, up dog, inhaling. Find your downward dog, exhaling. Take a deep breath in through the nose, fill the lungs. Exhale through the mouth. 1 more, inhale, really fill the body with the breath. Exhaling. You got this, guys. You're doing amazing. You have 1 side to go. Inhale, left leg floats to sky, bending the knee, opening the hips, taking a full breath before looking between the hands, stepping the left foot forward, finding warrior 2 on the left leg. Hug the legs in, windmill the arms up. Find your warrior 2. Find your focus straight away. Stretch those arms out long. Flipping the front palm, lifting all the way up and over to your reverse warrior. Exhale, finding that bend in the front knee. Again, option back hand to come to belly, lifting up out of the waist. Inhale, passing through center. Exhale, forearm on front thigh, top palm reaches up and over. Staying here or top front hand to belly. Keep moving. Inhale, lift through the spine, through center. Exhale, moving with control into your shape. You've got another 5. Again, focus on the stability and the strength of those legs, the lightness and the freedom in the upper body. You've got another 3. Don't miss that lengthening as you pass through center. You've got another 2. Make that your last one before windmilling both hands inside of your front foot. Lizard on the left-hand side. Hands are underneath shoulders, left leg's out to the left. Maybe dropping that back knee if you'd like to. You've got another 5. Any version that feels good to get into the hips for the final time. For 3 and 2. Last pose, side plank, right hand side. Your choice, maybe taking it to modified, lifting up that bottom hip, staggering the feet or stacking the feet. Let's do this. Drip the hips down a little. Exhale, make that rainbow. Really lengthen the tailbone to the feet. Inhale, dipping down. Exhale, up and over. You've only got one more. Inhale, dipping down. Exhale, up and over. And then bringing the hand down, finding your plank pose. Final vinyasa. Halfway or all the way, breathing out. Full inhale. Let's take it straight to a child's pose as you exhale. Well done, guys. So good. I'm certainly a bit out of breath. Bring your forehead down. Oh. And start to slow your breath and heart down. Maybe bring the hands down by the heels. And maybe just turn one ear to the mat. Close your eyes. Soften your belly. And just let that breath begin to slow and your nervous system begin to settle. Turn the other ear to the mat if you've turned one ear to the mat. Letting the shoulders soften. The body begin to release. And then slowly bring your hands under your shoulders, roll yourself up to sit. We're going to finish in a seated position, so find a comfortable seat, maybe cross-legged. Just bring the hands to rest on the legs, sit up tall and close the eyes. Maybe taking a few full breaths, in and out through the nose, or maybe in through the nose, and a big releasing breath through the mouth. Sitting here with the eyes closed or the gaze low. Starting to feel and visualize that inhale travel from the belly through the heart to the top of the head. The exhale roll from the top of the head all the way down your spine back to your seat. 10 breaths. Keep visualizing and feeling the circular motion of breath. Every inhale brings a little bit more lift and lightness, space into the upper body. Every exhale begins to bring a little release to the shoulders, heaviness to the arms and the legs. Re-inflating the belly with every inhale as the heart rises. Softening the shoulders and releasing the inner thighs with every exhale. Bring your hands together and bring the thumbs and chest bone to touch. Take one more full inhale. Lift from the belly through the heart to the top of the head. Exhale through the mouth. Let it go. Bend your chin to your fingertips and open your eyes when you're ready. Thank you so much, guys. Namaste.